Namaskar, good morning. Engineer Suraj Singh from Faridabad, NCR Bharat, in connection to confer with you regarding Constitution of India, Bharat, Savidhaan and various issues currently related to the Act. As usual, as usual, I used to discuss with you this issue which is very significant for us, for all of us. We should not miss that because this is mandatory for us and we must understand why we should confer with this. It's not for lawyers only, it's for every citizen of this country to know, to apprise what is Constitution of India, Bharat ka Savidhan, an interesting one. It's the soul of every citizen. If you don't realize, this is just a book for you. But must understand that without this, you cannot survive. You have to sign at many forms, at many locations. You have to take passport. You have to apply for certain job. You have to work in this country. You have to get your company registered. Whatever you do, this documents comes into play somewhere or some other where. For example, you celebrate marriage. Marriage law comes into play. You start doing education. Education law comes into play. You have some contract law comes into play. So everything is conducted under certain law, and all laws must be framed under provisions of Constitution of Bharat India, which is a mandatory requirement, which is clearly, you can say, mandated on preambles of our country. Preambles means what I understand by preambles is that is my Bharat Mata, which completely defines power of every individual in this country. This is preamble, and without preambles, without understanding preambles and constitution contents, you cannot claim your rights. You can claim your rights only when you do your job, and means you do your duty. So preambles of Constitution of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India Bharat into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring dignity of individual and unity and integrity of nation in our Constituent Assembly this 26th day, November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. हम भारत के लोग, इंडिया के लोग सत्य निष्ठा से ये फैसला कर चुके हैं कि हम भारत को, इंडिया को एक प्रभु सत्ता संपन्न देश, समाजवाद के मानने वाला देश, पंथ निरपेक्षता को मानने वाला देश, लोकतंत्री सिद्धांतों को मानने वाला देश और गणतंत्र होने वाला देश, और इसके सभी सभी नागरिकों को हम ये श्योरिटी देते हैं, सिक्योर करते हैं, उनकी सुरक्षा करते हैं कि उनको इंसाफ मिलेगा, सामाजिक, आर्थिक तथा राजनीतिक, उनको स्वतंत्रता मिलेगी सोचने की, अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करने की, बोलने की, कोई भी विश्वास रखने की, फेथ रखने की, पूजा की कोई पद्धति करने की उनको स्वतंत्रता है, और उनको बराबरी है किसी पद हासिल करने की, कोई भी अवसर प्राप्त करने की, और इन सबको हम उन्नति करने के लिए, हम भाईचारे को बढ़ाने के लिए, देश में हर व्यक्ति के मान सम्मान को रखने के लिए, देश की एकता तथा देश की अखंडता को बनाए रखने के लिए आज 26 नवंबर 1949 को हमारी संवैधानिक सभा में हम इसको स्वीकार करते हैं, संविधान को, इसको कानूनी रूप देते हैं, और उसके बाद पश्चात हम इसको अपने आप को स्वयं को देते हैं, और इसके यही है हमारा प्रेम्बल, यही है हमारा संविधान की सर, जिसको मैं कह सकता हूँ ये सिद्धांत है भारत माता का। भारत माता का मतलब वो माता जो सब हम लोगों से मिलकर बनी है, जिस जमीन पर हम रहते हैं। हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस नो अबाउट फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज? फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज हम कितने लोग जानते हैं, ये भी सुन लीजिए, क्योंकि मैंने इंटरनेट पे देखा है, कईयों से पूछा है, लिखते बहुत हैं, ये है वो है, लेकिन समझते नहीं है। किसी ने तो यहाँ तक कह दिया था कि झंडा लगाने का हर एक को अधिकार नहीं था, इसलिए आरएसएस ने अपने अपने बिल्डिंग के ऊपर, प्राइवेट बिल्डिंग के ऊपर बहुत सालों तक नहीं लगाया। मैंने उससे पूछा आपको मालूम है कि फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज क्या होती है? उनको मालूम नहीं था। उन्होंने जवाब दिया, मुझे उससे बहुत अपसेट हुआ कि पढ़े लिखे लोग भी इतना नहीं जानते, झूठ बोलना जानते हैं, अपने हिसाब से देना चाहते हैं। हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस हैव बीन फॉलोइंग दिस फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज? आर लीडर्स ऑफ वेरियस पार्टीज फॉलोइंग दिस ड्यूटीज? एंड पार्ट 4A कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, भारत के संविधान का 4A का हिस्सा, आर्टिकल 51A फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, इसका आर्टिकल, इसका अनुच्छेद 51 है, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, मूल कर्तव्य। इट शैल बी ड्यूटी ऑफ एवरी सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, इट शैल बी ड्यूटी ऑफ एवरी सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, ये भारत के हर नागरिक का कर्तव्य होगा, टू अबाइड बाय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड रिस्पेक्ट इट्स आइडियल्स एंड इंस्टीट्यूशंस, नेशनल फ्लैग एंड नेशनल एंथम। आपको एक नागरिक की हैसियत से भारत के इस संविधान को मानना होगा, इसके आइडियल्स जो उसके थे, जिसके लिए हमें आज़ादी लाई की, उनको मानना होगा, हमारे जितने भी संस्थान हैं उनको मानना होगा, राष्ट्रीय झंडे को मानना होगा, नेशनल एंथम को मानना होगा। To cherish and follow noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom, जो भी हमारी स्वतंत्रता के लिए हमारे मन में तमन्नाएं थी, हमारे राष्ट्र को स्वतंत्र कराने के लिए जो भी हमने किया, जो भी नोबल आइडियाज किए, जिन लोगों ने भी किए, उसकी हमें इज्जत करनी है, उनको चमकाना होगा, आगे बढ़ाना होगा। To uphold and protect sovereignty, unity and integrity of भारत इंडिया, भारत का सर ऊंचा रखने के लिए, इसकी प्रभुसत्ता संपन्न को बनाने के लिए, उसकी रक्षा के लिए, हमें देश की एकता और अखंडता को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए इसको रखना होगा। और टू डिफेंड कंट्री एंड रेंडर नेशनल सर्विस व्हेन कॉल्ड अपॉन टू डू सो, और राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा के लिए, राष्ट्र को बचाने के लिए दुश्मनों के हाथों से, इसकी सहायता करने के लिए, इसकी राष्ट्रीय सेवा देने के लिए हमें जब भी कहा जाएगा हमें तैयार रहना होगा। टू प्रोवाइड हार्मनी एंड स्पिरिट ऑफ ब्रदरहुड अमंग ऑल पीपल ऑफ इंडिया, देश के अंदर शांति स्थापना के लिए, एकता बनाए रखने के लिए, भाईचारा बनाए रखने के लिए, देश के सभी नागरिकों के बीच में हमें ये ट्रांसेंडिंग रिलीजन, लिंग्विस्टिक एंड रीजनल और सेक्शनल डाइवर्सिटी टू नाउंस प्रैक्टिस डेरोगेटेड टू वुमेन, हमें ये नहीं देखना होगा कि कौन सा धर्म बीच में आ रहा है, कौन सी भाषा बीच में आ रही है, कौन सा क्षेत्र बीच में आ रहा है और कौन सा वर्ग बीच में आ रहा है, ये नहीं देखना होगा। और हमारे जितने भी महिलाएं हैं उनकी बेइज्जती नहीं करनी होगी, उनकी इज्जत करनी होगी, उनके खिलाफ गलत नहीं बोलना होगा। टू वैल्यू एंड प्रिजर्व रिच हेरिटेज ऑफ आवर कल्चर, हमें अपनी इज्जत, अपनी कीमत लगानी होगी कि हमारा जो ये प्यारी संस्कृति चली आ रही है देश की, उसके कहाँ तक उसको आगे बढ़ाना होगा, उसको रक्षा करनी होगी, उसको बचाना होगा, और ये हमारी संस्कृति जो भी है उसको इज्जत देनी होगी। टू प्रोटेक्ट एंड इम्प्रूव नेचुरल एनवायरनमेंट इंक्लूडिंग फॉरेस्ट, लेक्स, रिवर्स एंड वाइल्ड लाइफ एंड टू हैव कंपैशन फॉर लिविंग क्रिएचर्स, हमको रक्षा करनी होगी, बचाना होगा अपने एनवायरनमेंट को, अपने वातावरण को, जिसमें नदियां हैं, जंगल हैं, झीलें हैं, जंगल हैं तथा और वो जो जितने भी पशु पक्षी हैं, परिंदे हैं, जो भी हैं, क्रिएचर्स हैं, उनके ऊपर भी हमको शांत रखनी होगी, उनको मारना नहीं होगा, खत्म नहीं करना होगा। टू बी साइंटिफिक टेम्पर, ह्यूमनिज्म एंड स्पिरिट ऑफ इंक्वायरी एंड रिफॉर्म, जो भी हमारा वैज्ञानिक तत्व है, वैज्ञानिक की सोच है, उसको आगे बढ़ानी होगी, उठानी होगी और इंसानियत को आगे बढ़ाना होगा, और जो भी हमारे मन में है उसको साफ करना होगा, दूसरों की बातों को समझना होगा और सुधार करना होगा। टू सेफगार्ड पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी, जो भी सामान्य सार्वजनिक संपत्ति है उसको सही तरह से रखना होगा, खराब नहीं करना होगा, और जो भी टू एब्जॉर्ब वायलेंस, और जो भी वायलेंस होती है, जो भी अहिंसा होती है, उसको रोकना होगा। टू स्ट्राइव टुवर्ड्स एक्सीलेंस, अच्छाई की तरफ बढ़ना होगा, हर इन ऑल स्फीयर्स ऑफ इंडिविजुअल, हर क्षेत्र में जीवन के एक व्यक्ति के और कलेक्टिव जो भी इकट्ठे लोग काम कर रहे हैं उनके, उसमें सबसे आगे बढ़ना होगा। सो दैट नेशन कॉन्स्टेंटली राइजेस, जिससे कि देश हमेशा ऊपर उठता रहे, ऊंचे ऊंचाई ऊपर, टू हायर लेवल्स ऑफ एंडेवर एंड अचीवमेंट, प्राप्ति करें ऊंचे ऊपर जाकर। Who is a parent or guardian to provide opportunity for education to his child, and as case may be ward between 6 and 14 years, 6 से 14 साल के बच्चों के लिए, चाहे कोई भी माँ बाप हो, कोई भी उसका गार्डियन हो, उसको शिक्षा के लिए आगे बढ़ाना होगा। ये हमारी 2 चीजें हैं, मैंने आपको बताई। अब हमें ये सोचना होगा कि क्या वास्तव में ऐसा हो रहा है। रिसेंट एग्जाम्पल आप ले लीजिए, यहाँ कुछ लोग राजनीतिक वाले कह देते हैं कि हम इन महिलाओं को वहाँ उठा के लाएंगे, जम्मू कश्मीर से उठा के लाएंगे, कहीं और से लाएंगे, रेप हो रहे हैं महिलाओं के, सब कुछ हो रहा है, उनके कानून में व्यवस्था ठीक नहीं है, उनकी रक्षा नहीं है, और अब वुमेन आर बीइंग सब्जेक्ट टू रेप, दे आर बीइंग लूटेड, दे आर बीइंग अब्यूज्ड, and there then we are fulfilling these duties. It clearly says that renounce practice derogatory to dignity of women, कहाँ कर रहे हैं हम, हमें शर्म नहीं आती है। भारत के बच्चे, भारत के लोग कितनी गंदी सोच रखते हैं और कितनी अच्छी रखा करते थे। जब आज़ादी हो रही थी तो कहते थे नॉट डाइवर्सिटीज टू रिनाउंस प्रैक्टिस डेरोगेटरी टू डिग्निटी ऑफ मैन। औरत की इज्जत उतारने के लिए इस गंध को निकालना होगा, खत्म करना होगा, ये हमारी ड्यूटीज कहती हैं। लेकिन आज ऐसा नहीं है। बड़े से बड़े राजनीतिक नेता, बड़े से बड़े बदमाश, बड़े से बड़े जो मोदी मोदी करते रहते हैं, कुछ और करते रहते हैं, वो आज बदतमीजी से बातें कर रहे हैं औरतों के बारे में, चाहे वो किसी भी क्षेत्र की औरत क्या ना हो। क्या ये हम ऐसा कर रहे हैं? कितनी गलत बात है ये। हमारी शिक्षा का क्या होगा? व्हाट हैपन टू आवर कल्चरल एजुकेशन टू पीपल व्हिच आर गिवन फ्रॉम फैमिलीज? व्हाट हैपन टू आवर माइंड्स? व्हाट हैपन टू आवर यूथ एंड आवर लीडर्स? They all have become rascals, and this must be stopped, because woman is woman. Maybe mother, maybe sister, maybe grandmother, maybe girl, maybe whosoever it is. Mahila is Mahila. You have to respect. But they are not doing. They are talking in Gunda Gardi language. They are talking in Gunda language. Really unfortunate. And it's not me only, it's not myself only. All you must stop such type of talks, condemn such people, and give bad honor to them, because these people require that, and this is not acceptable at any cost. That's what I said. And now, purpose of this is not just that at every time I'm talking of preambles of constitution or fundamental duties. I am talking because this is required to be known to every one of us citizen of this country. We have to know it. It is our moral duty. It is our legal duty. If I don't know my duties, fundamental duties, how can I do my duties where I'm employed for? If I cannot do my country's duty, how can I apply for some other junior job? Because my country's duty is top. I am honor of this country as an individual. You are honor of this country as an individual. We got this country by struggles, and we cannot destroy that struggle. We cannot devalue that. But it is being done. Politics is being played, which is bad for a country. Everybody is playing politics. Every party is playing politics, which is not acceptable. This was not politics when freedom fighting had been going on. It was service to nation. All this service to nation, except a few fraction of people in this country which did not do anything for this freedom struggle, but they are still honor of this country. Indirectly, they are sitting in highest positions, and they did nothing for this country, which is unfortunate that our public has changed its minds, and our public is not valuing those who struggled for this country, who spent their lives, who sacrificed their lives for achieving freedom, but they are supporting those people who are interested in certain religion. And that is really very, very bad. People are interested in Hindu and Muslim, which is not going to help our country. Hindu and Muslim are only imaginations. I don't recognize these, because when we come to earth, we don't bring any religion. We are not given any religion from office of God. We just come here as a body, and body operated by soul. So nothing to do with religion. If I am Hindu, if I am Muslim, if I am Buddha, or whatever I am, it is because my parent were like that. It's not that there is no reality of any religion in whole universe. It's all hypothetical. Well, it's up to you. You accept this or don't accept this. You have your option, your opinion. You have every right to constitute any opinion, to express what you want to express. And I have also got same right. I respect all religions, but I'm not bound by any religion. That is my thought. I am not bound by any faith. I respect all who follow whatsoever they follow. It's up to their option, their choice. So I should not conflict with them with anything, but conflict is ongoing. Somebody wants a secular state and somebody wants Hindu state. They forget that this country is comprising of 140 crores people at this time, and maybe 25% people are those who belong to non-Hindu or non-Vedas or non-Dharma religion. So you cannot condemn them all. And they could no question of condemning them as well, because if you condemn them, they shall condemn you. And there is no end to such conflict. Why should we fight for religion when we are all human beings? What is difference between religion? I don't understand. It is just the procedure how to follow your religion, how to practice that, or how to worship, and that's it. There's nothing else. To an extent, life motion is concerned, movement of life is concerned, all is same. Everybody is using mouth to eat. Everybody is breathing through nose. Everybody is breathing through eyes. Everybody is working through mind, which is on top, not at bottom, and body is same. A child is born in 9 months, and the sun is everywhere, and moon is everywhere. There is no separate sun for any religion. Then why should we unnecessarily waste our time in that? For example, even suppose you make this country as Hindu Rashtra, what shall you achieve with that? Nothing. And if it's secular Rashtra, what have you lost? Nothing. It is just Arab world is Islamic, but what difference is there except that they go to mosque and pray and that's all. Otherwise, they're also behind money, they're also behind business, they want to progress in life. And everybody is behind money and behind business and make progress. America is behind that, China is behind that, Bharat is behind that. There's no difference in way of life. So religion plays only in your room, only your personal life. It doesn't play to national life. If you follow all religions, if you follow none, it doesn't make any difference. Difference is only up to your mind, up to your contemplation. Therefore, forget religion for God's sake, for application to a nation. Your religion, your faith, your sect is only to you in privacy, not in public. Keep it to your privacy, keep it to your family, keep it to your personal, and talk whatever you want to talk to God. But when next nation is concerned, world is concerned, there is only one religion, and that is human religion. Why I'm saying human? Because human is number one creature, because God has given human not only body, but also, we can say, very sound mind. And we say person is sound because this mind is sound. If my mind is not sound, I will become like an animal, and that's all. Because such like dog is there, dog runs behind a car for nothing. Dog doesn't understand that running behind a car will not lead anything, but just keeps running behind all time. If some other dogs from somewhere comes, they start beating that one, and there's no reason, no logic at all. Same thing, if we don't use our mind, we just use our conscious, our heart, then we will reach nowhere. And unfortunately, 95% people use their heart and conscious and not their mind to make certain decision. And that's a problem in this country. We have to stop this. We are educated people. We have to stop sentimentalizing ourselves. We have to stop exposing ourselves to emotions delivered by certain leaders, because those leaders make business of politics. This politics is not that which used to be service to this nation. They are just commercialized this politics. They have commercialized this, and they're making money out of that. They are not serving us. A person who spends some 50 crores or 100 crores in certain election to be elected as member of parliament, Lok Sabha, how do you think that person shall serve you? Similarly, MLAs do that. They do same. They spend 40 lakh, 40 crores, 45 crores. Now, how do you expect these people who spend crores rupees on being elected, on what basis you think they are your representative? First of all, they cannot be your representatives. They are just namesake, for namesake your representative, but they represent their own system. They represent to make 50 to 500 crores after 5 years. And that's there. So this is commercialized politics. And we are accepting commercialized politics. I don't understand for what. Why should we accept commercialized politics? Why? What is the reason? What shall you get out of that? A person who is elected, after being elected, he does not know someone else where from here he was there. He never visits people. He never asks their difficulties, their life problems. Just stay in parliament and disturbs parliament also. This person thinks he has become lord of this country. This is not correct. That's what I'm saying. Think on. I suggest better as soon as possible you remove all these political figures from your central politics and bring those people who intend to serve this country, not those people who use this political power to make business and commercialize it. Commercialization and making business and progress in that cannot make our country. We have all stratifications in society, from poorest of poor to richest of riches. There are many status. Sufferers are those who are on lowest strata. Poorest of poor, middle class, we are all sufferers. Other classes are not sufferers because they don't care for money. But we care for money because we require all facilities and we don't have that much potential to avail those facilities. So we have to understand. And in whose hands our country is. If leader is not like us, if leader is not honest, leader is not sincere, leader is not faithful to nation, how can we rely upon that leader? Who talks of religion, who plays with religion, who utilizes religions, that this, if this community is with me, I can win. If that community is with me, I can win. BJP thinks that way, Congress thinks, all think that way. which is not going to work. Yes, temporarily it can work. It can work once in 10 years, twice, maybe for 5 years and 5 years, but forever it cannot work, because this is a fakeism, this is false, this consideration itself is wrong. You cannot say, if I have 70-80% Hindus for me, I can election. You may win election once or twice in life, but public will suffer later on because they vote to you. They think you are right. You emotionalize them by saying so many promises. You emotionalize. People are emotionalized, and then after that, what? Emotion does not have long life. Emotion stays for a few days. That's it. After that, it degrades. It erodes its authority. It erodes its power of attraction. We have to realize that. Why don't we realize this is country, this is nation, this is not football game, this is not cricket game, this is not a ground we are playing kabaddi. No, this is not gilli danda. This is nation, a nation among world. We have to solve problems of ourselves by ourselves. Just like we say, democracy is by us, for us. Same thing, this nation is for us and by us. If we can make this nation and we can break this nation, why should we depend upon political people? Political people are there, they shall be there, but they should serve us. If they don't serve us, they are not for us. Simple, very simple. Forget that you are from BJP or you are from, forget everything. Believe me, there you forget this Congress, BJP, not political party, you will be fine. You will think for nation then. You will not think of for Rahul Gandhi, you will not think of Modi, you will not think of all bloody robbers, all bloody liars. They cannot do anything. They cannot even come stick to their commitments. They are those type of people. They just want to see if they are sincere or they are not sincere. That's all. If they are in power, okay, fine. If they are in a position, okay, fine, or something. These people are responsible. Just be clear. It's not me, it's not you. It's these people in 2019 who have installed 233 criminal background member of parliaments in Lok Sabha. Who is responsible for them? Of course, you are responsible. You owed it to them. You are responsible in false statement. You are responsible in fakeism, because you did not know even who are candidates from your area as candidates for member of parliament. You did not even know that, but you voted to them just knowingly that you trust in Modi or you trust in Congress. That was only reason. But unfortunately, you trust none. You were mistaken. You did not even understand what you were doing. It was your job to understand. That is why I say always, just read Constitution, what it says. You people are not used to reading Constitution, and because we are a foolish society, we think whatever others say we accept. You spend some time, just like you learned ABCD, you learned English, you learned grammar, you learned translation, you learned mathematics, you learned many subjects. This is also your life subject. I'm not saying read each and every word by word, but at least you should know those articles which impact upon your life. That is very important. If you don't know them, you will suffer everywhere. You should know what are your fundamental rights. You should know what is name of our country, why it is named, and you should know what is meaning of Constitution itself, and why should we claim our rights. And if we claim our rights, what are our fundamental duties? Everything we must understand. We must understand to an extent it applies to us. I'm not asking go through judiciary section or go to executive section. You must understand what Prime Minister is. Is there really a designation for Prime Minister? Is there some chapter existing in Constitution? What is Prime Minister? What is his role? What is his duty? How is appointed or elected? What are his responsibilities? What criteria applies there to be elected to you can say appoint as Prime Minister? These must be known, but we don't know. We must know what is the value of member of parliament in Lok Sabha, what job functions he has got, what he should do there. We don't know that. You should know what are powers of parliament, what are powers of assemblies, what are power of municipalities, what are power of panchayats, what are power of public, what are power of judges, what are powers of executive, what are powers of journalists. What are everything you must know, but we don't know. We only just say yes, is right. You are watching a TV, don't know what this person is barking away, what this anchor is barking. We don't understand. We just watch. We don't even write to him why you are barking this nonsense. We have no courage to write because we don't understand what we are. Whatever somebody is saying, if some leader speaks something wrong, we don't even speak why you are speaking wrong. We don't raise a question. Why should we not raise a question? Are we slaves of these people? Are we slave of Prime Minister or President? No, we are not slaves. We are responsible for this country, to this country. We are reporting to this country. This is our country. We are part of this country. We are living under umbrella of this country and not under government, not under prime minister, not under president, not under Supreme Court. We are independent people. We devised this constitution. This constitution is our design. We approved this constitution. We enacted this constitution. It is our document, public document, first public document, first statutory document, first constitutional document. This applies to each and every person in this country. We must understand that. And all laws, all niyams, all kanuns which were designed, which are approved by British Parliament before 1947, pre-1947, and all those which have been done later on until now, all come under purview of Constitution. Constitution is this constitutional framework that is called. It's not simply Constitution. Constitution is that book, but that book covers all laws, all statutes, all bylaws, all delegated acts, and all regulations whatsoever exist or are in operation in this country. That is called constitutional framework. And we should understand what is constitutional framework. It's not question of research, it's question of application. For example, you are applying for ration card, under which law it comes. For example, you are applying for electric connection, how it's related to. Nothing, no activity can move without law. No judge can deliver any judgment which doesn't relate to law, which doesn't relate to justification. Law says that every judge, even Supreme Court judge, has to give whatever education, whatever decision based on speaking authority. Means it should explain why that judgment has been given. It's not simply just say, oh, I decide that, I adjudicate. No, you cannot do that. You have to explain what reason, what criteria brought your judgment to this type of description. That must be clear. That is called speaking judgment. Speaking means your explanation must be clear, explicit, without any ambiguity, and that's required. So we have to be not ambiguous. We have not to be ambiguous as citizens. We are ambiguous now. Really, we are ambiguous. We have degrees, diplomas, post-graduation, doctorate, and professorship, and master engineership, and doctorship, everything we have. But that is all for us, for earning money or for jobs, not for developing nation. Nation can develop by every citizen, but we are not interested in that. If I am educated, I am young, my ambition is to have a job or have a further degree, go to US, etc. That's not ambition. How much we can contribute to this country is more important than how much we can contribute to our lives, our personal lives, our marriages, our kids. Marriage is not very difficult. It's normal. If you marry, everybody marries. Even animals marry. Marry is not an achievement. This is social strategy. Just live in society and that's it. To bring up children also, this is normal. How much you can do for your nation is more important. There are sacrifices like Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh sacrificed what for? For you and for me or for him? He sacrificed for us. He did not get anything. He lost his life. So what sacrifice for whom? For you and for me. For me and for you and for this nation. Same thing Gandhi, same thing Jawaharlal, same thing Afridi, and 7.5 lakh or 8 sacrifice. This may say freedom fighters, they sacrifice for whom? They sacrifice for our country, for us, we who are now heredity of this country. We are now survivors of those people. But they did not think for their own. They never thought to get job or to get married, to have settled family or all that. They never thought that. This means either we are mad or they were mad. One of two. If we are mad, okay, they were fine. If they were mad, then we don't even care for why did they do. Okay, we say they were freedom fighting. What interest they had? Question doesn't arise. It arises. What interest they had? They could live like as we are living. Okay, British have gone, but system has not gone. System is same. We are all greedy. We are all still we are greedy. We just want to make money and live. Oh, he has this car, I should have that car. He is rich, I am not rich. Just to make up and up and up. We want to live. We never think what we are doing in this country. I am saying, believe me, fools are those army, our soldiers who are protecting us. What for they are protecting us? Whom they are protecting? Okay, we go and protect our land ourselves. Can you do that? We are enjoying our lives. We are drinking whiskey. We have money. We are going here and there, enjoying, and those are struggling for us. Why should they? It's not a question. You cannot think of your nation. They are ready to sacrifice their lives. Those freedom fighters sacrifice their lives. What for? For us or for someone else? But we are not realizing that. Not at all. Only politics, criticism, this Nehru was bad, this was bad. I am patriot, you are not patriot. This kind of opinion emerging now. What authority you have got to call someone anti-national? What authority you have got? I got no authority. Everybody is national. But people start saying, oh, if you don't accept this, you go to Pakistan. If you don't accept this, you're international. Oh, bloody who hell you are? Who are you to certify someone else? First, you check your face in your mirror. You explain to us what you did when freedom struggle was going on. Where were you? What contribution, what sacrifices your forefathers made, your RSS made, your BJP made? What sacrifices did you make for this nation? How many lakh people from BJP died there? How many lakh people from RSS died there? You are only barking like dogs. You only want to get benefit out of this. You did nothing for that, and you want to rule this country. You want to use everything for you. And you just touch feet. You shoe polished English people. You just submitted your apologies in writing that we will please release from jail. You are talking about patriotism. Do you know definition of patriotism? How many of you were killed for? Tell me how many. What you did? Your people did. What RSS did for this freedom? They're claiming this Hindu Rashtra and this nonsense. Do they understand what is Hindu? You people don't know what is Hindu. That's a problem. None of you understand what is Hindu. Hindu is not Dharma. Hindu is not Veda. Hindu nothing to do with ours. We are not Hindus. We are Bharat. We are India. India is English. But we are Bharat really. There is no Hinduism in whole world. This is just, you can say, misdeed, misact, misunderstanding. Hindu is not our world. You can show me in Mahabharata, you can show me in Gita, you can show me in Ramayana, you can show me in any holy book where is Hindu written. Nowhere. Did Ram say something about this? Did Krishna say something about this? And Deva said something about this? Is it mentioned somewhere? Then onward basis you are saying Hindu. You don't know your identity. You're just claiming something or somebody told you something. Just like British told you are India, so you accepted India. Mughal told you are Hindu, you accepted Hindu. Only that reason. Did Krishna said, did Ram say, somebody just remember that poem type stanza, which Krishna, Yada Yada hi dharmasya galanir bhavati bharat. What it says? Yada Yada hi dharmasya galanir bhavati bharat. अभे उत्थानम अधर्मस्य तदात्मनम सृजाम्यहम प्रारितरणाय साधूनाम विनाशाय च दुष्कृतम dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. What he is saying here? He says whenever some problem comes, whenever sins rise on nose in Bharat, he is not saying India, he did not say Hindustan. He says Bharat. Yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati Bharat. Where is Hindustan there? Where is India here? Why he is calling Bharat? Don't you understand this? Why don't you understand this? If you don't believe in Krishna or in Ram, you don't believe in them? You don't believe in Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma and Mata? Where did they say it is Hindu and this is Hindu religion? Show me any word and then justify that, which this bloody RSS speaks and all these politicians, Kapil speaks and this Sanghvi speaks. All these people are ill-educated to an extent name of this country is concerned. Our constitution never says that we are Hindustan. Article 1 itself, if you start from constitution, read article 1, it clearly says we are India and Bharat and nothing else. But you are just forgetting that and you're imposing Hindustan. Means you are accepting Mughals and you are accepting all those intruders who came to this country and spoiled us. You are accepting them, but you are not accepting your Vedas, you are not accepting your Tridev, you are not accepting your Dharma, which is head of everything. There is no religion except Dharma. Dharma is our faith to which you follow in Bharat. And all other faiths came out of that itself. So Dharma means there is no name to Dharma, it's Dharma. Whatever is right is Dharma and whatever is not right is not Dharma. And that's it. You can find anywhere, you will not find. And I explained to you also. You see what is our symbols in religion. We say swastik, satya, right? Then we say double triangle, right? Where people say it is Shakti or Ma. If you go to German, you will find Hitler there. What he says? Swastik, again. You go to any synagogue here in Lal Killa, or you go to Humayun Tomb, or you go to wherever, you will find double triangle on synagogue. You go to Israel, you will find double triangle. You go to Arab on buildings, you will find double square. You go to anywhere. You go to America, you will find Kali, swastik building, they closed it. You know, there was one building constructed like swastik and America didn't like that, they covered that. Did they know Kali? Why they know Kali? If you go to Italy, you will find Kali, same form in name of Ajitak. If you go to Mexico, you will find similarity by some other name. This means this Bharat is not this Bharat where we are sitting, we are owning. This Bharat was a whole world. So because Krishna would not come just for this small land, he would come for whole world. If there's sin in whole, I come and solve it. So just don't underestimate yourself. Don't be small, be big. Human is human. Religion has nothing to do with human. It's your mind, how much you do. This world is your mother. This word Bharat Mata, if you consider now, it is smaller now, it's not bigger. Whole is Bharat Mata. But you don't realize to understand that. You understand only what's set in your mind. Because that is communal setting, that is not religious setting, that is not faithful setting, that is communal setting. Those people are communal. If you don't know history, you have to know. British came, before that Mughal came, and before that 2500 years people who came here. Do you know about that? You shall never know because nobody told you that. Those people who are calling themselves now head of this Hinduism, they came that time. They never belonged to this country. They came from Iraq, from Iran, from Kurdistan, from Turkey. Those people migrated to this country and they were of course little illiterate and they read books and they started heading you. Why don't you understand this? You are educated people, you cannot research yourself. Who shall do for you? Well, this is just explanation to you. If you want to understand, if you use your mind, forget these politicians. These politicians are robbers, all of them. Never trust them. Never. It may be Congress, it may be BJP, it may be communist, everybody. They are playing politics. And politics is not required in this country. Work is required in this country. We are a sleeping society, believe me. We are 140 crore people, but 60% people are not working at all. You go and check in every family. They're all dependents. 60% people in this country are dependent. 40% people out of 40%, you can analyze what percentage are working. Out of this 40, if you see people, 10% are working just in those activities which are not productive. For example, property dealership, any other dealership, dalali, those people and their servants. These people are not doing any productive job. They are just charging transactional money, 1% commission, 2% commission, 0.5% commission. They are those type of people. And after that, you can another 10% people are there who are just doing trading. Means they are also not protecting anything. They are not contributing to this country's economy. They are just having transactional money. Buy this item, sell this item. Shopkeeper, business tradesmen, dealers, they do what? Order from here, delivery here. Order from here and delivery there. What production is there? No production. So 20% people have gone like that. Remaining are 20 only. They are contributing to society. They are working in factories. They are working in industries. They are working in construction. They are working in railways. They are working in transportation. They are working in quarrying, mining. They are working in manufacturing. It's like that they are working. They are on borders where we are all employed, our people are employed, they are working in office. Even in offices, this is not productive. Or government, you go to government office, they are not producing anything. Every government office is sitting, except science offices. Only science offices are working. With missiles and rockets they are selling, they are working on that. But all others are doing just jobs for nothing. So if a country, only 10-15 people are working class people, how can you think that country can move until we have 70% people? Means we have cheap labor, we are abusing that. If you are getting, if you have labor, suppose you want to hire a labor, you have to give them 300 rupees or 400 rupees and you can get that. Previously it was 100 rupees 5-6 years back. Now it is 300, 400. Same thing applies to some tradesmen. For example, mason charges 700, 800 or maximum 1000. And 5-6 years back or 10 years back it was 300, 400 rupees. Now you think you are getting support at this cost. If that person works in England or America, in England it is about 100 pounds that a mason charge or carpenter charges. Can you manage that pound here? Can you pay 100 pound? But no, he is getting 100 because lifestyle is there. And that is the reason that only buildings are much coming up in our country, not in America, not in, you go and see what is England. You think it's buildings like ours? No, not at all. Go to see your Canada and America, you will not find same type of economy there. Those people may be called very rich people, but their standard of living is below you. Here, middle class people, high class people have very big bungalows, villas, big flats, well decorated, internally furnished. They are enjoying that, but we are not enjoying. Though not, America is not enjoying that. Timber cabins, caravans, same thing in Canada. They are only by name's sake because they don't have cheap manpower. We have. Ambani is rising because of not his own efforts, because of cheap manpower, because of cheap skilled people, chief engineers and chief all that. He is saying, I am richest. So you are richest because of public, not because of you. You looted money from bank, got loans, and you are not paying back, and you are saying I am richest. It's because of public you are rich, not otherwise. It's not your credibility. It's public that made you up. And you don't think that you contributed to this nation. You got support of this nation and reached this level. All these people left this country after looting back. What they did? So what we are talking of, these politicians, these are killers of ours. All politicians killers. I'm not taking particular one name. All. One is bigger, one is lower. Now what you did? They are playing in politics. They don't care about what you require. You require jobs, they don't know. You require employment, they don't care. You require good farming, they don't care. You require good system, they don't care. You require good health facility, they don't care. You require good roads, they don't care. You require good railways, they don't care. Tell me one point where they care about us, except vote. They just want votes. They will bribe of 2,000 to farmer. Okay, take 2,000. I'm paying you. You just means officially they are giving bribe. Why should carpenter need your 2,000 rupees? Sorry, farmer needs your 2,000 rupees or farm. Okay, he says at least 2,000 is coming. I can use somewhere. So it's not. It's not solve that problem. But because they hear nothing, it's better to have 2,000 rather than commit suicide. These politicians know very well our weakness. What is Modi? Let us take example. What is Modi? He's prime minister of this country. He came here last in 2014. He promised many things. He promised many things. We didn't know him well. We had his credential only from Gujarat that he did a lot in Gujarat. It was an assumption. It was a consideration. Oh, this man is very good, very strong. He built Gujarat. He developed Gujarat to like. It was just a creation of idea, a publicity made to people. Otherwise, what condition? What credentials? He always used to backbite Congress. Congress is bad. Manmohan Singh is bad, and Sonia is bad. They are robbers and this and that. All time used to say that. He can say defamed Congress to a level from where Congress could not come up. Okay, fine, you did that. You were in power in 2014 by who came to power. You worked for 5 years, but you resulted in nothing. What's your delivery? What is your delivery? Tell me. You falsified that you will get black money. You falsified simply. Just tell me. He promised everybody will get 15 lakhs. Is there someone who questioned this? Are we illiterate? 15 lakhs means 0.15 crore. If one gets 15 lakhs, 0.5, how many crores should be there which are required to be delivered to everyone? 200 crore. Do you understand? 200 crore and crore times. 200 crore times. This is calculation for 140 crores people or 130 crores people. Did somebody raise this question? Is this magnitude of black money available around the world for us? Is Swiss bank having this much money? So that you are claiming you'll pay 15 lakhs to each one? Nobody asked this. Nobody raised this question. They just believed, oh, Modi is saying he'll give it. This is called degree of foolishness. We are stupid, believe me. Is this money available there? And this agent Ramdev, he was speaking, I don't know what he was speaking. He was making the skies of everything. Means these were agents of Modi. These were installations of Modi. Anna was installation of Modi. They just made a framework through which, by use of which, application of that operation, he could defame Congress, and Congress got defamed and they were removed from power. Lokpal, it was an instrument only, nothing else. There was no spirit in that. Similarly, corruption was an instrument, nothing in that. Kejriwal showed documents of 370 pages against Sheila Dikshit. Same thing Modi did. Where is it? These 5 years, what you did? You could not arrange 15 lakhs for each person. You could not arrange, you can say 2 crore job per year. 2 crore job per year, just think on. Let us start. How many people we are? Let us discuss 100 crore people. 100 crore people in this country. For 5%, if you take just 5% for administrative power, if there are 100 people, 5 people are enough for administrating those requirements for these 100 people. So 5 crore jobs are required in government sector, maximum. How many are there? Government doesn't mean central government talking. I'm talking about all state government and all municipalities and companies, government companies and public sector, whatever. Then in 5 years you must have 10 crores. How could they grant you? How could you avail 10 crore jobs from existing conditions? And then when there's no industry, there's no proliferation of business and no proliferation of manufacturing. How can you get jobs from private sector? Economy is down, nothing down. So in 5 years, what's the result? You are interested in bulletin, okay, you are welcome, get bulletin, but for who will use that? Can a rickshaw wala use that bullet train? Can a chai wala use that bullet train? If these people cannot use bullet train, what's function of that bullet train? Only for rich it is. Why should I pay money for bullet train when it's for rich? Let rich play class. Why should I pay? Am I fool to pay for rich for money? Should I pay money for bullet train? Why? We were made fool. Really. There was no plan. They know people are fool, we fool them. Now we are knowing there is nothing in Modi's mind. There is no roadmap. There is no plan, no vision. He is a visionless person. Really. He knows nothing about anything. He doomed this country to darkness. He did Notbandi without any calculation, without any plan, without any scheme. He worked on GST without any homework. He now did this Article 370 without any contemplation. What shall be result? So we have such a leader. And unfortunately, he did nothing in 5 years, and we again re-elected him by means of EVM or whatever you can call it. And we are accepting him. And that's the problem, we are accepting him. Why should we accept such person who brought 119 criminals to Lok Sabha from his party? BJP has 119 MPs in Lok Sabha who are having criminal background. And we are happy. Modi. This man is responsible for this. There are 233 criminals sitting in Lok Sabha and we are enjoying Lok Sabha. Congress, see 19 MPs from criminal background and Congress sitting in Lok Sabha. They don't feel any shame. Opposition do not have any degree of shame. They are sitting in Lok Sabha. These 233 persons, MPs who are criminal background are sitting in Lok Sabha and Congress is working with them, BJP is working with them, all these are working with them. They don't have any degree of shame. Why should they work with criminals? But they are working because they don't know to resign. They have no sacrificial power. They want to stay in MP position. It may be Rahul Gandhi, it may be some other one sitting, so it may be Sonia Gandhi, it may be Akhilesh or whosoever. They are sitting in there. Because we are MP, we do not lose our future, we don't lose our pensions, our salaries and all that. You are only personal oriented person, you are also not national oriented person. So it may be BJP, it may be Congress, it's same, there's no difference. Congress is not fighting, it should have fought. Congress is responsible for this nation more than BJP, though you are not in power, but you have more responsibility because you started this nation, independence, post-independence. You are more valuable. Even BJP is in power, but I don't consider BJP a good government. You have experience, you catch their hold, catch their throat and teach them lesson. But you are sitting, only coming on television, some press conferences, your job is over. Bloody hell, your job is not over. Rahul Gandhi is running away. Oh, you are defeated only, you are not dead. You have only lost some election, that is by EVM. So why running away? You fight, you struggle, you conflict. You are not doing that. Because you are also not capable, like Modi is not capable. Modi only talks and talks and talks. A person who talks a lot, he never does anything. This is natural principle. A person who keeps silent, thinks, does and doesn't speak, when work is out, people know that this work has been done. Because a person who is busy in work, who is thinking all the time and finding solutions of problems, who is analyzing, who tries to understand problems and then resolves them. How that person has got time to talk hours and hours together in hundreds of rallies? No person will talk that. But this man does. Because he cannot solve any problem. and he feels shy in having any consultancy from others. That's also because he's expert of everything. Person who thinks I'm expert of everything, he knows nothing. Person who talks a lot, he does nothing. This is my understanding of life, my observation. Yes, there can be some exceptions who can write, who can think, who can speak, who can. Such people are hardly 0.1%. Same thing is Rahul Gandhi, talking and talking and talking. What do you want? What do you want? You tell people what can you do? Why Congress could not produce a manifesto for 50 years before election? They did not. Why? They had been in power before, but for last 5 years they have not been in power. They could not work on some master plan. BJP has no plan, we agree. They only speak, we will give houses to everybody by 2020. From where you get this money? Then you say, no, 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 we will give discount. Means you cannot give anything, this means that. When you promise people you will give free houses, you must give. But you are now saying, no, 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 we have some schemes, you take 2 lakh, 3 lakh discount and you book this one and pay for that. So what's that then? Just like you cheated in gas cylinders and that. You take these cylinders, people thought is a free, but it's not free. Only connection was free. Only connection. Not cylinder, not chula. They have to refill that as well as they are paying in installments cost. Okay. So why did you befool public? Means you have an art, successful art to befool people, illiterate people, literate people, and all those. You befooled everybody and people trusted. Even people are being befooled and they're trusting. For the latest act he did is 370, which we all know. People don't know what is 370. Believe me, 99% people who are happy in consequence of that, they don't know what is 370. They never read that. And practically speaking, those who did this, Prime Minister and Amit Shah and our Excellency, they also don't know what is that and what is an implication. And that's unfortunate. You ask someone, because when people don't know the name of this country, how you think they know everything? This is just a whitewashing offense. Yes, that's I have promised in my manifesto, in my Sankalp Patra, and I done it. What else you want from me? See, I have done it. I have amalgamated this state in our country. Okay, you are very good. You did it. You are a very good person. But what you did in Nagaland? What you did in Nagaland? Do you know what is Nagaland? Don't you know Nagaland? I tell you what is Nagaland. See Article 371. A, what it says. Have you ever gone through this? 371. 371 says, this one, 371, this starts from, yes, it starts from here. Nagaland 371. Notwithstanding anything in its constitution, a special provision with respect to state of Nagaland. A. No act of parliament in respect of, see, it's saying same thing. No act of parliament in respect of religious or social practices of Nagas. Number two, Naga customary law and procedure. Number three, administration of civil and criminal justice involving decisions according to Naga customary law and for its ownership and transfer of land and its resources. On this issue, it says that notwithstanding anything in Constitution shall apply to the state of Nagaland unless Legislative Assembly of Nagaland by a resolution so decides. So what is difference between Jammu and Kashmir here? Here also you cannot do anything. Means whatever they want they can do on religious, social practices, in customary law and procedures, administration of civil and criminal justice, means ownership of transfer of land. So they are also independent in that. So what you did, why should you differ in two nations, JNK and Nagaland? And same thing, governor of Nagaland, see, shall apply to state of Nagaland unless Legislative Assembly of Nagaland by resolution so decides. Governor of Nagaland shall have special responsibility with respect to law and order in state of for so long as, in his opinion, internal disturbances occurring in Naga Hills, Tuansang areas immediately before formation of that state continue therein or in any part thereof, and in discharge of his functions in relation thereto. Governor shall, after consulting Council of Ministers, exercise his individual judgments as to actions to be taken, provided that if any question arises whether any matter is or is not a matter as respects which governor is under this clause required to act in exercise of his individual judgment, decision of governor in his discretion shall be final, and validity of anything done by governor shall not be called in question on grounds that he ought or ought not to have acted in exercise of his individual judgment. Provided further that if President on receipt of a report from Governor or otherwise is satisfied that it is no longer necessary for Governor to have a special responsibility with respect to law and order in the state of Nagaland, he may by order direct that Governor shall cease to have such responsibility with effect from such date as may be specified in order. In making his recommendations with respect to any demand for a grant, Governor of Nagaland shall ensure that any money provided by Government of India out of Consolidated Fund of India for any specific service or purpose is included in demand for a grant relating to that service or purpose and not in any other demand. As from such date as Governor of Nagaland may by public notification in this behalf specify there shall be established a regional council for Toensang district consisting of 35 members, and Governor shall in discretion make rule providing for composition of regional council and manner in which members of regional council shall be chosen, provided that Deputy Commissioner of Sansang district shall be chairman or ex officio of the regional council and vice chairman, etc., etc. Qualification for being chosen as being members of regional council. Terms of office, etc., is defined here. Then procedure, etc., is all defined here. So what I am saying is, if this can apply to this state, what problem you had for Jammu and Kashmir? Why were you so indifferent to that consideration? Means it's not political only, nothing constitutional. 370 is three there you are not happy with. You are happy with 371. Why did you sign agreement that that country is independent? They have their own flag. They have their own. Yesterday I also told, again I can tell you what they have. This they have their separate arrangement for this. There are 8 points signed under peace accord, and our number one is separate constitution for Nagaland. Okay, they are having separate constitution. Then there's separate flag. Number two, there's a separate Naga passport. Number three, permanent UN representative. Number four, UN representatives from there. This means a complete nation, new nation. Then joint foreign affairs. This is number five. Foreign affairs are joint, means these are not separate because maybe they could not afford that. Then joint defense military. Okay, military is for them. Use of currency, rupees, they are using your currency, and right to use Naga currency. Both are there. PAN Naga government to cover all Naga inhabited areas. These you signed with them. What for? Question arises. I am not against that, it's up to you if they both agree, but why you favor them and why you are opposite to JNK? That is a question mark. Who has answer for this? Why people don't raise this question? Why Nagaland is favored and JNK is killed? Why? Why do we differentiate like this? Means you enjoy this facility, you cannot enjoy this facility. Why? This means it is only political motivated, it is not really required. If you go to history of this, during 70 years what happened? I have come to know by after doing all studies, last CO means constitutional order in Jammu and Kashmir was number 48. You can see that order. This is what constitutional order 48 signed by president. Means before that 47 orders already passed, and this was 1954. This means about 70% of constitutional provisions had been agreed to be applied to state of Jammu and Kashmir already. It was only 30% were left. 70% constitutional provisions have been applied to state of Jammu and Kashmir. Though it is a separate one, it's having any accession instrument, it is having independence like this structure, but they have partly merged. 70% they are only merged to this country. 30% were remaining. Even Supreme Court was applicable there, because in that time, in 1947, Supreme Court was not accepted, but later on, Supreme Court was a part of them. Supreme Court can decide about Jammu and Kashmir. Means only 30% were pending, and with passage of time, and when we can say we could convince these people, and those 30% also could be merged in this application, could be made from our constitution to application of Jammu and Kashmir constitution. This means both constitutions had no disparity, and they could come and accommodate together. So what hurry was there to do it now, when majority of provisions Constitution of India have already been accepted? C of 48, believe me, means 47 before that have been accepted. Why don't you understand this point? Why don't you realize that there is a political back just to play politics and nothing else? Means these people were coming gradually from point to you, and they were feeling a part of yours, part of ours, and you just did not accept that, because you also did not know that there's your 48 already there. Maybe you did not research, you did not conduct any study, and you were misled by some people, and oh, okay, hammer on this head, or a dragger be, or you can say he should be shot. It's like that. You shot Jammu and Kashmir, you dig a knife into that, you hammered his head. That happened. Why? But what did you get? Congress kept them silent for 70 years. Vajpayee Sahib kept them silent. Gujral kept them silent. Chandrasekhar kept them silent. All kept them silent to pacify them, so that they come on gradually with us. But you are hungry. Hungry for what? Hungry for Modi's image. Hungry for Amit Shah image. Oh, we should be there in J&K, that this man did this. Ah, Modi, he has done this. They are crying. He has done this. What he has done this? They don't know what he has done this. In international Virat, you have confused all people. Poland is confused. Poland is currently for 1 month head of UN Security Council. You have confused Poland. China is not confused, because China is with you and he knows. China simply rejected what you did. See yesterday's news. He rejected what you did. Now he's wrong. We don't accept this. The question is, when you cannot control a state people, state public, you cannot control them. This means those people don't have trust. You just jail them. And today's 10th day, they are in jail. They have been in jail for last 10 days. This means they are not with you, and you are not with them. There's no co-happiness. There's no co-alliance between JNK and government of this country. What is this? Your people not with you? Your government is not able to talk to those people. Your government, Modi's government, is not able to convince those people what you have done. Why this distance? You are government of this country. JK belong to you, and you are not able to talk to your people, and you are able to talk to Nagaland people. Why can't you talk to JNK people? What's problem? Tell me, what is problem? Why? Why do you condone them? If you condone means what? Ignore them. Why you ignore them? If you ignore them, they shall ignore you. You have created a situation where you have spoiled the reputation of Bharat around the world. Maybe today people don't understand, but they will understand soon. If you keep people in jail, in housemaid jails, for 10 days, for 12 days, for 20 days, a big, big issue. You have no right to keep in jail just for an hour. Or what? What crime they have committed? What section there is a crime? You just keep it's safety. What safety? You have done something in their favor, that they should be open. They should celebrate. They should dance. So we got something. But they are shouting. They are speaking against you. Now they are simply saying we do not talk to India, Bharat. They are not saying no. We are separate. Indirectly, they don't accept. We don't accept your constitution. This is this she wanted to reach, and Pakistan is supporting them. China is supporting them. So what did you receive? What did you achieve for us? Friction? Stupidity? If those people are not with us, they are not for us. How can you force them to abide by constitution of this country? You cannot abide. You cannot abide. Your duty, fundamental duty says abide by constitution of this country. They are not abiding. What shall you do? Shall you kill them, or shall you throw them out of country, out of JNK, and you will occupy that land? Even in one interview on YouTube, one boy, young man said, Modi should bomb our area. He should throw a bomb, kill us, and that's all. Then land is there, you take it. What a grievance! What degree of grievance they have? They may be terrorists. They may be whatever. But now who is terrorist? People are always higher, remember. Government is not higher. People in India and everywhere are higher than governments. You have to think for people, and you have to not think for other people. You are dealing with state of JNK, so you should not think what other people are thinking. You should think what JNK people are thinking, and that's most important. Here, what happened? This is only destination JNK. You want to grab it, and you are showing other state people, see what we are doing for you. Now this will be your state. You can go and take land from there. You can go enjoy with girls. This is what you are communicating. Is it work of Prime Minister? Should Prime Minister talk like this, or sense like this, or imply like that? You have tacitly accepted that this is your land, you snatch it. These are your people, you have use of them. This is what your Chief Minister Haryana said, and many your one of MLAs said, and this is your mentality here. I am not criticizing someone, but fact remains that people are people. They are not stones, they are not machines, and they are not equipment, they are not fridges, they are not air conditioners, they are people. They may be right, they may be wrong. It's their decision. When they came to this country, Bharat, in 1947, they did not ask Modi, or they did not ask Atal Bihari Vajpayee or someone else. They discussed with Mountbatten, Jawaharlal and Patel, and they agreed. It's not you, Modi. It's not Amit Shah. You were kid that maybe you're not born that time, and you are taking decisions. What they decided for. You're blaming them. Nehru did wrong. Patel could said this and he didn't do this. How could you know that? Were you there with them? Because you are telling all this from some references, right? And your references are misled, misplaced. And our Supreme Court, great Supreme Court, you will say is criticizing Supreme Court. I'm not criticizing Supreme Court. Supreme Court deserves criticism. Somebody goes there and requests Supreme Court, see they are they have been for 9 days in jail, and Supreme Court says go to registry. Is it Supreme Court or is it a government office? Supreme Court is responsible to protect Constitution of this country. Supreme Court is required to protect fundamental rights, right to live of this country. Is it not right to live? If somebody goes that liberate them, they have been in jail for 10 days, they have no food, they cannot come out. So are they free? Are they living to their rights, or they are forced to stay in rooms? Does Supreme Court not understand this? Because it is not nation's Supreme Court, it is Modi's Supreme Court. SCI doesn't exist in this regard. Modi SCI exists. Just like televisions, Modi's televisions, they are not public televisions. I was surprised to see even Amnesty just, they condemned what SC decided. Amnesty International, they condemned. Shame on you, Apex Court. Amnesty International body is condemning you. This means they are condemning public of this country. They are condemning our country. I feel shame on that. Amnesty is responsible for the human rights of whole world. They are condemning your decision to go to registry and then come on. What shall happen in registry? It will take another 5 days to come back. And they have to stay in jail for 5 days more because of you. You should have taken rather suo moto on this account, because you did not your duty, because you don't want to be justice lawyer. That's the problem. You are a fearful person. You are fearful judges. You are scared judges. You are in fact not judges. You want to survive, and that's all. I don't know how those 4 judges, including Chief Justice now, came out and claimed that there's no democracy in Supreme Court and this and that, complained all that. But you are a part of that, Chief Justice Sahab. What happened to you? What happened to your style? You're running away from taking any decisions. These people will curse you. Whole world shall curse you. You are Supreme Court Chief Justice. You should have done justice to people. You should have immediately decided, stop this jail, open this jail, but you did not decide that. Go to registry and we'll see later on. This means you are telling, go and let them die in jail. What to say now? We see there is so much pressure from Modi on you. Shame on this. Supreme Court, top court, like temple, like mosque, like Girjaghar, it is. Means it's like God. People consider you like God, ultimate. But you are not showing your power. You should have quashed President article, President order. You did not even consider that. Same thing you were enjoying when this happened. So many things happened, not only happened, just happened, so much so happened. And now these 1 crore people are in jail for none of their offense. And we are celebrating. What we are celebrating means, are we devils in other part of non-Jammu Kashmir area? Are we devils here? If some people are killing someone, they are beating them, they are in jail, they have no food, and they are celebrating. Don't we feel any degree of shame? If even enemy is suffering, we don't feel happy. If some enemy is dead in an area, shall you enjoy? Nobody enjoys. These people are like dead now. They have no liberty. They cannot come into open air. You are enjoying with that? You are not human being. Okay, there's an amnesty, fine. They are not with us, fine. They are with Pakistan or they pro-Pakistan. That is something else. But you are handling them like Israel handles Palestine. In fact, you are handling more than Israel. Israel has no character. Palestine are sufferers. Israel even arrests kids, youth, girls, women, old, senior. They don't care that they are human beings. And same thing you are doing because Netanyahu is your friend. Netanyahu is a friend. And you are getting aspirations from Netanyahu and Israel. They have different world, different problems. Netanyahu, Israel is nothing. It's extended America. Israel is extended America. It's not a country. It's like you can say a showpiece of America. It's America. In fact, it is America. Because Christians came out of Judaism. They are not separate. They are offspring of Jews. Christians. Do you know that? Because there were many good things in Judaism, many good things in books. These people didn't like that. So they separated to Christianity because they wanted to drink, they wanted to do so many bad acts. Well, I'm not going to just, you can read anywhere this information. But America is nothing, and Israel is nothing. Israel is a reflection of America. That is the reason that America is pro-Israel and against Palestine. Is that America wants to pay them, take this money, come on, leave claim and enjoy, you develop your state. Same thing here they are saying, oh, forget, stay, we develop your state, you enjoy this, you get jobs and everything, and forget JNK Constitution, and forget Article 370, and forget everything. You think people are on sale around world? MPs are on sale, we agree. Member of legislative assembly are on sale, we agree. Now you think citizens are on sale, and that is too from JNK. Are they on sale? You cannot buy everyone. Money has a limit. Money cannot purchase God. Money can just solve. Yes, your people can be sold. Your image is on 25 crores, 30 crores range. He can be bought. Because they are not people's representative. They are your representative, they think. If they think they are people's representative, they won't do this. But they are not, they're stupid people. What to do with that? Well, this topic now is getting, you can say, highest degree of consideration. And we are really getting bad name, and we'll get bad name further. We are not that country which could do like this. We supported Bangladesh. We were so much, you can say, hospitality. We did hospitality with them. We accepted them to stay in our country for many months. when Bangladesh issue was in 1970 ongoing, and we are now killing people rather than supporting them, rather than having talks with them. Okay, don't talk with Pakistan. Who says talk with Pakistan? Don't talk with them. Don't talk with the Hurriyat or don't. You have full right to talk to people of that state. Why don't you talk? You talk with groups of people. Who stops you? But you don't intend so to do. If you don't talk with people, you cannot solve problems. You had talks with Nagaland people. Indira Gandhi had talks with many other states. Similarly, Rajiv Gandhi had talks with some other state. Why can't you talk with people of JNK? Why? This means you don't consider them your people. That's the criteria only. Only for namesake you consider them your people. In fact, you don't consider them your people. And that's a problem. Why don't you talk to them? Better talk to them and solve it. But you will not do this. You cannot do this because you don't have capacity to do that. Really, it's strange that why it's happening. My idea is, or my proposal is, that this Prime Minister is not very diplomatic. This Prime Minister is just, he wants to use hammer. That's all. He doesn't want to talk to public. He does not talk to journalist. He does not talk to someone else. He talks to himself in Mann Ki Baat, and that's it. This means he has lack of character a Prime Minister should have. Talking is must for a Prime Minister. Communication is a must, two-way communication, not one way. Because you are not owning your country, you are serving people of this country. When you serve people of that country, this means people of this country are your client. You have to discuss with client. You are our attorney, you are a representative. You are representative of representatives, means MPs are representative, you are above MPs, you are super representative, you are representing nation. So you have to have that kind of power in you. You cannot talk to people, it's unfortunate. Rather than talking, you cut their phones, you disconnect their mobile, disconnect their television, disconnect everything, and keep them inside room so that you don't have air to respirate with. This is not bad, very bad. People may not be speaking now, old people may not be speaking, they're all busy in Eid and they don't take seriously everything. They don't know what actually you are doing, whatever information, right or wrong, they get to TV channels or to they think that, why should they be serious for you? My question is that. Why should Saudi Arab or America or England, they should be so serious for you? What they are, what interest they have? Nothing except when you bring some proposal, they will say, Pakistan is going to UN here and here means there's something unacceptable going on. You have brought JNK to a status where it shouldn't have been. It's actually back to square one on 1947 status. Whatever Congress achieved, whatever others achieved, you destroyed everything. You think those people shall trust you now? Why shall they trust you? You have to think yourself. You cannot force someone to accept whatever you want to say them to accept. They will not accept. They will reject you always now. Whatever positive attitude they earned last 70 years, that has been converted to negative. Optimism has become pessimism. They are pessimists. They don't trust you now. They shall never trust you. And this benefit shall go to Pakistan. Why don't you understand that? Pakistan shall take that mistrust they made with you, you earned from them, to a good trust. Pakistan has clearly said that these people, Kashmiri people, are our people. Pakistan is for Kashmiri people and Kashmiris are Pakistanis. What else they want? Tell me. You did not say, you never said that Kashmiris are Bharatvasis and Bharat is Kashmiri. Did you ever say that? Kashmiri, Pakistan, they say. Did you ever say that these Kashmiris belong to Bharat? Kashmir? You say Abhin Ang hai. You never explained that. Abhin Ang hai. Define Abhinang. How it is Abhinang? In Abhinang, do you kill people? In Abhinang, do you stop their food? In Abhinang, do you close them in your rooms? It is Abhinang. I don't understand you, believe me. But I don't know what to speak about this issue. This is such an issue now. You can just see videos, what's happening on Jantar Mantar, how they are talking to press, how they are talking all that, and what expressions are coming from their women and men, and how they're thinking about us now. This shall not help us. You may say whatever you have gone up. But fact remains that you have invited some enmity, super enmity from Pakistan now. And Pakistan is a danger now for us. Pakistan has clearly said, this country used to say in a hidden language before past. Now they are open and they are not worried about anything. They have said that we will do everything in favor of Pakistan and everything in favor of Pakistan itself as well as in Jammu and Kashmir. And they shall go to an extent of hard pursuit if so required. So they start with diplomatic solutions, diplomatic achievements. If they have failed there, if they fail there, they shall do whatever is required so to do. This means they will defame us on OIC, they will defame us in UN. And maybe Poland said something because Poland is ignorant about it. Maybe they don't know what I know what type of Poland people they are. They don't even know English and something, and they cannot go through documents of all. So whatever told them, they accept that. That's all. So it's difficult now. That Pakistan will impact upon us very badly. And this Prime Minister of Pakistan is also different. It's not like previous Prime Minister. And they can go to an extent. And we have to face that. Maybe Kashmiri people themselves do something now because they have got now values, they have got now backing that 370 doesn't exist, and this means instrument of accession doesn't exist. So both are linked together. And if instrument of accession doesn't exist, this means there is no friendship, there's no, you can say, membership of Jammu and Kashmir to India, and because there is no 370, and it goes out to so the office, and there's office of my car, your car. And if you drive, people sit. We'll lose all that. I don't know, I'll take just 2 minutes to come back because I have to feed some आप लोग क्या कहते हैं मैं नहीं जानता, थोड़ा हिंदी में ही बात कर लें. हालत खराब है देश की, बहुत बुरा हाल है, क्या कहें. मेरे तो समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करूं. पढ़ लेते हैं, सीख लेते हैं, बोल लेते हैं, इतना ही कर सकते हैं. स्ट्रगल तो करना पड़ेगा, आज नहीं तो कल. कब तक बचेंगे. जम्मू एंड कश्मीर कोई नई चीज़ नहीं है आज की तारीख में, सबको पता है क्या हो रहा है वहाँ. नहीं होना चाहिए था लेकिन हो रहा है. एक धक्का मुक्की चल रही है आपस में पॉलिटिक्स की. समझ कोई रहा नहीं क्या हुआ. कांग्रेस भी नहीं समझी है, बीजेपी भी नहीं समझी है, बस कर रहे हैं. करते जाओ, कुछ भी हो, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. मार दो इनको, गोली मार दो, बंद कर दो, ये कर दो, वो कर दो. इतनी बड़ी सरकार है, इतनी शक्तिशाली कि 1 करोड़ को बंद कर देती है. इससे बड़ी सरकार और कहाँ होगी दुनिया में, कोई नहीं होगी. ऐसी सरकार ना आज तक हुई है ना होगी कभी दुनिया में. 1 करोड़ को या तो हिटलर ने ऐसा किया था या इन्होंने किया है, कोई फर्क नहीं है. उसने इंसिनेटर में डाला था, उसको भस्म कर दिया था, और इसने उनको रसम कर दिया है. अंदर ही अंदर मार भी दे तो क्या कर लेंगे आप और हम. इंसानियत जब खत्म हो जाती है तो कोई वैल्यू नहीं रहती है. आज ये इंसानियत नहीं समझते हैं कि बस एक ही चीज समझते हैं कि हमको हिंदुओं को खुश करना है. जो सो कॉल्ड हिंदूज हैं, ये इतने गंद हैं इनके दिमाग में, इसका कोई इलाज नहीं है. इसका इलाज कर सकती थी तो कांग्रेस कर सकती थी, लेकिन कांग्रेस अपने आप में खत्म हो चुकी है. अरे कांग्रेस सालों, तुम बेवकूफ क्यों बन रहे हो. क्यों नहीं थप्पड़ मारते जाके ऐसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर को, उसको गद्दी से क्यों नहीं उतारते, क्यों धक्के देते हैं 233 क्रिमिनल्स को पार्लियामेंट में बैठे हैं. आप भी जिम्मेदार हैं उसके लिए. आप 233 गुंडों के बीच में बैठ के बातें करते हैं. आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए. 233 गुंडे जिस देश में राष्ट्र, जहाँ हमारे लोकसभा में बैठे हों, वो देश है या गुंडा राज है, वो क्या है, वो स्मगलरों की दुनिया है या अंडरवर्ल्ड की दुनिया है. अंडरवर्ल्ड के लोग बैठे हैं हमारी लोकसभा में और हम खुश हैं. भारत माता की जय कर रहे हैं, वंदे मातरम कर रहे हैं. किन के लिए, गुंडों के लिए, इन 233 क्रिमिनल्स के लिए, अमित शाह के लिए जो तड़ी पार है, इस मोदी के लिए जिसने कितने क्रिमिनल क्राइम किए गुजरात में, इनके लिए हम कर रहे हैं भारत माता की जय. हमें शर्म आनी चाहिए अपने ऊपर. हम भारत माता को भी गाली दे रहे हैं, हम वंदे मातरम भी पूजा नहीं कर रहे, नफरत कर रहे हैं. किस काम की ऐसी भारत माता की जय जो ऐसे आदमियों को, 1 करोड़ आदमियों को दबा के रख दे. फिर भारत माता की जय कहाँ रह गई. कैसे है ये भारत माता की जय. भारत माता की जय यही कहते हैं कि आप लोगों को मारो, भूखा मारो, उनको दबा दो. 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोग भाग रहा करने उनको परिवारों से. तो आप में पाकिस्तान में क्या फर्क रह गया. यही करता था पाकिस्तान. ईस्ट पाकिस्तान में क्या करते थे 1971-17 में, वो भी यही करते थे. मारो पीटो रेप करो इनके. आपने भी सब, अब पता नहीं है पुलिस ने वहां क्या 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 हुआ, कौन जानता है. रेप भी किए हों, कुछ भी किया, हमें क्या पता है. इस जब बात खुलेगी, बात में आएंगे तब जानेंगे ना, अभी कैसे जान लें. तो भाई मुझे तो लगता नहीं आज की तारीख में याया खान और आप में कोई फर्क है. याया खान थे और भुट्टो थे उस टाइम, जो जो भी थे, उनमें और आप में क्या फर्क रह गया? आप भारत माता की जय कहते हैं, भारत की बात करते हैं, हम बड़े विश्व में हैं, हम विश्व गुरु बनेंगे, हम ये बनेंगे विश्व गुरु, ऐसे बैकग्राउंड के होते हैं क्या? आप में इतना इतना पावर नहीं है, इतनी शक्ति नहीं है, विश्वास नहीं है अपने आप में कि इन लोगों से बात कर सकें। एक ऐसी सरकार, एक ऐसा प्रधानमंत्री, ऐसा राष्ट्रपति, ऐसी लोकसभा, ऐसी राज्यसभा, ऐसा देश, ऐसा सुप्रीम कोर्ट जिसमें इतने भी गट्स नहीं है कि एक डिसीजन ले सके कि ऐसा मत करो, हम इससे बात करेंगे, हम फिर बात करेंगे, हम फिर बात करेंगे और फिर बात करेंगे, हम करते रहेंगे जब तक कि सॉल्यूशन ना निकल आए। क्योंकि बार बार बात करने से आहिस्ता आहिस्ता एक गुस्सा कम होता है। इस साइकोलॉजी को समझते नहीं है। कहते हैं लाओ आरएसएस का डंडा लाठी लाओ, उनको मारो। आरएसएस की अप्रोच लाठी मारो उनको। वो इजराइल की अप्रोच मकान गिरा दो इसका, बच्चा मार दो इसका, ये जा रहा है सड़क पे इसको पीट दो, ये हमारे झंडे पे हाथ लगा गया, हमारी गली में आ गया, इसको तोड़ दो। अगर यही अप्रोच चलेगी तो आप इंसानियत वाला देश नहीं है। ये एक कंट्री ऐसी है जहां लोगों को मार देते हैं। आप सोच रहे हो विश्व से पैसा आएगा, एफडीआई आएंगी, अरे कौन आएगा आपके देश में? कश्मीर दुनिया में मालूम है कश्मीर क्या होता है, आपने उसे ही को बदनाम कर दिया। अफसोस तो इस बात की है, एक तरफ आप नागालैंड को स्वतंत्र करते हैं और दूसरे कश्मीर की ऐसे ही तैसी कर देते हैं। वो आपको अच्छे लगते हैं नागालैंड वाले, या आपको बुरे लगते हैं क्योंकि मुसलमान हैं? यही बात है ना। अरे मुसलमान है तो इंसान तो है ना। मुसलमानों की क्या चार नाक होती हैं या चार आंख होती हैं? सब इंसान है। कोई मुसलमान हिंदू बन के नहीं आया दुनिया में। सब इंसान छोटे बच्चा बन के आता है, उसको बताया जाता है तो उस घर में पैदा हुआ तो मुसलमान है, इसमें पैदा हुआ हिंदू है, उसको कुछ पता नहीं होता वो कौन है। वहां से कोई सर्टिफिकेट नहीं आता उसके साथ कि भगवान देता है ये ले तेरा ये रिलीजियस सर्टिफिकेट है, ये तेरी कास्ट सर्टिफिकेट है, कुछ नहीं आता वहां से। कपड़े भी पहन के नहीं आता है वो, उसको बता जबरदस्ती बनाया जाता है यहाँ। अगर उससे पूछा जाए तो उससे कोई बनना ही नहीं होगा, लेकिन नहीं, उससे पूछा नहीं जाता है। तो मुसलमान के पैदा होता तो मुसलमान है, तो हिंदू के पैदा हो हिंदू, बस इतनी ही कहानी है। अरे गाय का बच्चा कौन से धर्म का है बताओ मुझे? हाथी का बच्चा कौन से धर्म का है? ये पेड़ कौन से धर्म का है? ये सूरज कौन से धर्म का है? ये हवा कौन से धर्म की है? ये बदबू कौन से धर्म की है? बताए कोई मुझे कौन सा धर्म है इनका? आप जिस हवा को सूंघते हैं वो किसी धर्म की है? जिस सूरज से आप रोशनी लेते हैं वो किसी धर्म का है? तो आप ही का धर्म कैसे हो गया? इतने सारे क्रिएचर्स, कुत्ते, बिल्ली, कौवे, तोते, सब जो दिन है पैदा है, कौन से धर्म में हुए हैं पैदा? इनका कोई धर्म नहीं है। सिर्फ धर्म एक आदमी का है, कुत्ते का धर्म नहीं, बिल्ली का धर्म नहीं, चूहे का धर्म नहीं, चींटी का धर्म नहीं, किसी का धर्म नहीं है। धर्म है तो सिर्फ इसी आदमी का जिसको भगवान ने इनाम बना दिमाग दे के भेजा है, और उसके दिमाग ने धर्म क्रिएट कर दिया। उनको मानव कहते हैं, इंसान को मानव इसलिए कहते हैं कि ये नंबर 1 रिस्पेक्ट है इसकी, और जानवर को जानवर से कहते हैं, उसमें रिस्पेक्ट नहीं है, उसको जान है, सिर्फ इस जानवर कहा गया। डिग्री ऑफ बॉडी है, हमारे पास डिग्री ऑफ बॉडी भी है और डिग्री ऑफ माइंड भी है, लेकिन हम अपने आप को धर्म में बांध के बैठ गए। न मरते वक्त धर्म काम आएगा, न जिंदगी आते वक्त धर्म काम आएगा, और न जिंदगी में धर्म काम आएगा। धर्म आपका विश्वास है, आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ में काम आता है, ये समाज में काम नहीं आता, ये दुनिया में काम नहीं आता। सब गलतफहमी के शिकार हैं। अरे हवा सब एक सूंघते हैं, सूरज की रोशनी सब एक लेते हैं, सब बदबू आती है तो सबको आती है, खुशबू आती है तो सबको आती है, गार्डन में जाते हो तो सबको खुश मिलती है। कुछ भी आप करते हो वहां कोई धर्म बीच में नहीं आता। कुत्ता आपको भौंकता है, वो धर्म देख के नहीं भौंकता। हाथी का आप यूज करते हो, जंगलों में आप पेड़ लेते हो, सब फल खाते हो, सब कुछ जो अनाज खाते हो, गेहूं खाते हो, कुछ भी खाते हो, भगवान ने जो किया है उसने किसी धर्म के हिसाब से नहीं दिया। लेकिन हम धर्म को मानते हैं क्योंकि हम कुत्तों से भी गए गुजरे हैं, हम बिल्ली से भी गए गुजरे हैं, हम मानव हैं। इसलिए वो ज्यादा अच्छे हैं जिनमें माइंड नहीं है, कम से कम वो ऐसा तो नहीं कर रहे। ठीक है, एक दूसरे से लड़ाई करते हैं, आपस में कुछ भी करते हैं, लेकिन ऐसी गंद तो नहीं फैला रहे धर्म के नाम पे। एक दूसरे को मारो, उसको मारे, यहूदी उसको मारे, वो उसको मारे, वो उसको मारे, वो उसको मारे, वो उसको मारे। माइंड भगवान ने बनाया था डिस्ट्रक्शन के लिए नहीं बनाया था, समाज के उत्थान के लिए बनाया था, एटम बम बनाने के लिए बनाया था, इलेक्ट्रिकल चीजों के लिए बनाया था। लेकिन नहीं, हम बम बनाएंगे, हम मारेंगे। ये है शैतान। किसे कहते हैं? शैतान इसे ही कहते हैं जो भगवान की बनाई हुई चीज को तोड़ दे, फोड़ दे, उसमें आग लगा दे, वही शैतान होता है। हम सब शैतान तो हैं। 90%, 95% लोग शैतान ही हैं, तभी सीट पे बैठे हैं, राज कर रहे हैं। बेचारा सीधा साधे आदमी सीट पे नहीं आ सकता, मैं जैसा सीट पे नहीं आ सकता। प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जो कत्ल करके है इतने गुजरात में, वो आ सकता है, वो आ सकता है। हिटलर आ सकता था जिन्हें करोड़ लाखों लोग मार दिए, वो आ सकता था। क्या करोगे? ऐसा ही है। अब इसको आप कह दो कि ऐसा होता है तो होने दो, ऐसा मैं नहीं कहूँगा। अब मैं सिर्फ ये कहूँगा कि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था। गलत हुआ है जो हुआ है, मेरी बात गलत हो सकती है, मैं अनपढ़ गंवार भी माना जा सकता हूँ, मैं देशद्रोही भी माना जा सकता हूँ, और मानने दो, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा। मैं तो दुनिया का नागरिक हूँ, विश्व में पैदा हुआ हूँ, इसलिए मैं विश्व का नागरिक हूँ, मैं विश्व को मानता हूँ, मैं सब धर्मों की इज्जत करता हूँ, और मैं किसी धर्म को नहीं मानता हूँ, अपने आप को मानता हूँ, अपने भगवान को मानता हूँ, जो भी है मैं बताता नहीं उसको। मैं क्यों बताऊँ, क्या जरूरत पड़ी है मुझे। मुझे कोई डिमॉन्स्ट्रेशन नहीं करना पब्लिक में कि मैं इस धर्म को मानता हूँ, और ना मुझे अच्छा लगता है करना, क्योंकि धर्म व्यक्तिगत होता है, समाज का नहीं होता, धर्म देश का नहीं होता। जो समझता है वो अनपढ़ है। हम जहाँ जाना है हम उसको मानते हैं, बस। मुझे साथ तो लेके किसी को जाना नहीं है, और ना मैं किसी को साथ लेके आया हूँ, फिर मैं क्यों चक्कर में पड़ूं, मैं अपनी अपने शरीर की एनर्जी क्यों इन चीजों में लगाऊं जिससे कोई मतलब नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं है। मैं शोर मचाऊं, मैं हिंदू हूं, मैं मुसलमान हूं, मैं किस लिए शोर मचाऊं मैं। अरे मैं अपने घर में कुछ भी करूं, कुछ क्या लेना देना है। मैं अपने मन में कुछ भी करूं, क्या लेना देना है। एक ही धर्म है, दूसरों की हेल्प करो, अपनी हेल्प करो, अपने देश की हेल्प करो, अपनी दुनिया की हेल्प करो, और जिस जमीन पे आए हो, जहां आपको पोस्ट किया गया है, उसके लिए जितना अच्छा कर सकते हो तो करके जाओ, तोड़ के मत जाओ। तोड़ोगे तो भुगतना आपको पड़ेगा, बनाओगे तो आपको क्रेडिट मिलेगा। यही धर्म है। कृष्ण यही कहता है, मैं सो गलत हो गया उसको ठीक करना है, और क्या कहता है वो, यही तो कहता है वो, कि जो गलत आप कर रहे हैं मैं आपको ठीक करना है, और जो गलत हो गया उसको ठीक करना है, बस। तो उसमें गलत क्या है। यहाँ तो सही को गलत कर दो, यही धर्म है यहाँ। यही तो हम लोग चाहते हैं, सब तोड़ दो, फोड़ दो, ये कर दो, वो कर दो। अरे 1 करोड़ आदमी आप मार रहे हैं, उनको जिंदे को मार रहे हैं। हिटलर कितनों को मार गया। अब लड़ाई होगी पाकिस्तान भारत की, अगर हो गई तो फिर कितने मर जाएंगे। किसकी जिम्मेदारी है, कौन। मोदी तो नहीं मर रहा, अमित भी नहीं मरना, इनको तो नहीं मरना। ये तो बैठे बैठे हमने ऑर्डर दे दिया, हम में ताकत है, हम ऑर्डर दे सकते हैं, कांग्रेस नहीं दे सकती थी। ऐसी बकवास भी करेंगे, हर बात भी करते हैं। हमने वायुसेना को ऑर्डर दे दिया, बम फेंक के आओ। नहीं तो कांग्रेस तो ऑर्डर दे नहीं सकती थी। ऐसी बकवास करने वाले राजनीति के नेता हैं। तुमने ऑर्डर दे दिया और जीत गए। मरा बेचारा वायुसेना का आदमी या स्थल सेना का आदमी, उसको वैल्यू नहीं है, उसकी कुछ कीमत हम दे देंगे। तो ऐसा है, क्या करोगे। मैं क्या कहूँ, इससे ज्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता। आपको समझना है समझो, नहीं समझना मत समझो। देश आज ऐसे रास्ते पे खड़ा है, आगे कहाँ जाना है हमें पता नहीं। अगर वार हो गई तो मुश्किल, और वार नहीं होगी तो अशांति है। इस बीजेपी ने जिन्होंने जो करना था कर दिया, इन्होंने सत्ता में आना था आ गए, इन्होंने आज़ादी नहीं दिलवानी थी लेकिन फिर भी आ गए। इनका एक ही एम है, किसी तरह से सारे धर्म हटा दो, बस हिंदू बन जाओ। इनका एक ही एम है। उसके लिए कुछ भी करेंगे, हेरा फेरी करेंगे, चीटिंग करेंगे, नकल मारेंगे, जैसे बच्चा एग्जाम में मारता है, सब कुछ करेंगे उसके लिए। इनका अध्याय है। इसके अलावा इनको सांस नहीं आने वाला, इनको शांति नहीं मिलेगी, क्योंकि यहाँ पंडित हैं सारे, इनके साथ बनिए सारे राजपूत हैं, और वो लोग छोटे लोगों को नहीं मान सकते, उनको नहीं एक्सेप्ट कर सकते। इनकी आदत है। ये बाहर के लोग हैं, यहाँ के लोग भी नहीं हैं, लेकिन ये सब कुछ अपने हाथ में लेना चाहते हैं। आज इन्होंने वहीं खड़ा कर दिया है कि जहाँ 1947 में खड़े थे, उससे पहले खड़े थे। वही हालत है। ये देश के ना हितैषी थे, ना है, ना हो सकते हैं, कभी भी नहीं हो सकते ये। तो जैसा कांड इसने मोदी ने किया है, ये देश हित का काम कभी नहीं कह सकते इसको, किसी भी हालत में। और जो एससी कर रहा है वो भी आज मोदी से डर रहा है। अफसोस की बात है। एससी जिसको सब मानते थे, सब सर पे बिठाते थे, एससी है भाई, मंदिर है हमारा, मस्जिद है हमारी, यहाँ सही फैसला होगा, वो भी आज की तारीख में बौखलाया हुआ है। चीफ जस्टिस जब बौखला जाए जिस देश का, तो क्या होगा। बातें वो भी बड़ी बड़ी कर रहा है, राजनीति वाले ऐसे हैं, लेकिन डर वो भी रहा है। लोया का रिजल्ट वो भी नहीं देखना चाहता, वो भी जानता है कि ये लोया बना देंगे मुझे, वो भी इसलिए कुछ नहीं कर रहा इस मामले में। जहां तक ये, बाकी बातें छोड़ दीजिए। जब देश का जस्टिस डर जाए, जब देश की अपोजिशन डर जाए, तो आप क्या कहेंगे, क्या रिजल्ट आएगा, आप खुद सोच लीजिए। इसमें मैं क्या बताऊंगा। बस मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं कहूँगा, क्योंकि बाकी बातें बाद में करेंगे। सारी बातें एकदम नहीं की जा सकती हैं, क्योंकि अच्छा नहीं है, बोलना भी मज़ा नहीं आता कि हम ऐसे नीच लेवल पे जा सकते, इतने नीच लेवल पे। तो इसका अंत क्या होगा, उसका अंत यही होगा कि आपके हाथ से जम्मू एंड कश्मीर निकल जाएगा, फिर आप मारना, झगड़ा करना, कुछ भी करना, उनको कत्ल करना, कुछ भी करना। लेकिन जब कोई सोच लेता है इंसान की मुझे मौत का डर नहीं है, और वही अगर जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग जो सोच लेंगे कि हमें इस सरकार से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, हमें मरने से डरना नहीं, आप कितनों को मारोगे भाई? कितनों को मार दोगे? 1000 को, 2000 को, लाखों, या सारे आप मार दोगे? इसलिए देश को तोड़ने वाले अगर कोई है तो ये है। ना ये आज़ादी दिला सकते थे, ना इन्होंने दिलाई है। हाँ, दूसरे के करे को क्रेडिट खाना चाहते हैं, आज़ादी की गद्दी में बैठना चाहते हैं, बैठ भी गए हैं, उसका क्रेडिट उसको लूटना भी चाहते हैं, सब कुछ करना चाहते हैं। ये जो नहीं आप समझ सकते वो कर सकते हैं, ये वो लोग हैं। अफसोस की बात है कि हमारे देश में वो लोग आज हमारे शक्ति बने हुए हैं, हमको लूटने में लगे हुए हैं और हमारे राजा बने हुए हैं, और पब्लिक बेचारी सीधी साधी बोल नहीं सकती है। किस बात का डर है मुझे समझ नहीं आता। कब तक ऐसे डरते रहेंगे समझ नहीं आता। पढ़ा लिखा नहीं बोलता, अनपढ़ नहीं बोलता, सब अंदर ही अंदर घुट रहे हैं। सब घुटे जाओ, मरे जाओ, ये बर्बादी की तरफ जाएगा तो सबके लिए जाएगा। कहते हैं ना, फ्री की चीज की वैल्यू नहीं समझ आती। आज की जनरेशन ने ये आज़ादी फ्री में देखी है, पैदा आज़ादी में हुए हैं, सब कुछ मिल गया, कारें मिल गई, पैसे मिल गए, सब मिल गया, करप्शन चलती है। जब सब मिल जाता है ना, फिर वैल्यू नहीं रहती चीज की। स्ट्रगल तो इन्होंने किया नहीं है, इनको क्या मालूम संघर्ष क्या होता है, इनको नहीं मालूम है। खैर अब छोड़ो, अब यही कहेंगे कि जय भारत, और क्या कहेंगे। बाद में मिलेंगे आपसे। आपका धन्यवाद सुनने के लिए, जो भी हैं और जो पढ़ेंगे लिखेंगे इसको, आपका धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत। जय भारत, जय